guys, my name is Megan. Welcome to Treat Yourself. Today we are doing a special episode because this will be the last time you see this kitchen. Next time you see me, I will be in Atlanta. So today we're making peach pie. So all you need to make this peach pie is gonna be peaches, of course, flour, butter, sugar, some lemon juice, a little apple cider vinegar, salt, and a little egg as well. So let's do it. So we're gonna start with this pie by making the crust. I will admit I've made pie many a time. Usually it helps a lot if you have a food processor when you're making the crust. But we're gonna make it work today because you don't have to have a food processor and you can still make pie. So we're gonna start with 3 cups of flour that I have kept stored in the freezer. To that, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar, along with a half a tablespoon of salt. And then to do pie crust, we're gonna have butter that is preferably almost frozen or very cold, cut into approximately 1/2 inch size little slices. So we're just gonna put all of that into here. You would start your food processor until it turns into little pea-sized pieces with the butter, but we're just gonna go ahead and crush the butter into the flour with a fork. Again, this might take a little while, but we're gonna do our best. So you can kind of see like the butter is forming like little round bits. Oh God, my arm's starting to get tired, I'm not gonna lie. Whew, my arm's getting tired, like genuinely. I'm sorry, this is taking way longer than I really thought it was gonna be. I don't know if you keep looking at me this entire time I'm doing this. The butter is like pretty much getting close to being all small little cold pieces of butter in your flour. We have on standby some ice cold water and 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. We're gonna go ahead and add the apple cider vinegar. And really from here, you can add up to about 8 tablespoons of ice cold water, but just enough so that it's like wet enough to all stick together. You don't want it to be too sticky because then it won't roll out very well. So I'm gonna start adding some of the water now. Just 1 tablespoon at a time. So at this point, if you were using your food processor, you would just keep it running the entire time and just add everything into it while it's still going. Yeah, see how it's starting to like be able to form a little doughiness? That's what we want. And it comes to a point where all of the flour is just barely moist enough that you can literally just grab it and it all sticks together like that. It's not quite there yet because it still falls apart a little too easily, so we're gonna add a 5th tablespoon of water. Oh yeah, she's getting there. I think I might be able to put it onto the counter in a second here. Okay, so at this point, food processor or not, this is where we would be. Once the dough gets to be about this consistency, you would roll it out onto your counter anyway and knead it together with your hands. You're gonna drop some of it on the floor, it's fine. Happens sometimes, it's all good. Our pie crust, basically almost ready. We're just going to break it into 2 pieces. You're gonna form them into disc type of shapes. I don't have plastic wrap. Tupperware? I guess that'll work, yeah. Okay. So we're gonna form these into 2 disc shapes. One's gonna be the bottom of the pie and the other is going to be the top. Typically, if you were smart and you had plastic wrap in your house, like you should, wrap them up tight in plastic wrap, and we're gonna stick these in the fridge for about 30 minutes. And meanwhile we do that, we can go ahead and get started on our filling. So I'm gonna find out a way to wrap these up and have a f***ing drink after that. We're back with a beverage. Thank you, Annie. Amazing, delicious, beautiful. And we're back with our setup to start making our filling after a very tedious process of making our crust. So first, actually, before we start anything else, hello. I don't think we've taken a shot yet. So what would this show be without taking shots though? Let's be honest. I don't know how y'all are gonna do these limes things. Cheers. Cheers. All right. So now that we've done that, so we got our peaches ready to go. I went ahead and cut them on the bottom with a little X, and then we're gonna go ahead and blanch them. Some boiling water for about a minute so that we can cut them up and peel the skin off. Chill for a minute. We have our ice bath prepared. These are gonna go straight from the boiling water into an ice bath. So we got a minute on the clock here. Ooh, taste that tequila. Y'all too? That's so good. God damn. Whoever thought tequila could taste like chocolate milk. So we're gonna get these, ooh, they hot, into the ice bath. Oh, is it gonna overflow? Yes. So now we're gonna get these cut and prepped, ready to make filling. Look at this. Look at that. Yeah. Just peel it off.
It looks really weird.
I mean,
You just boiled their skin off.
yeah. Oh, this one's really giving me a hard time. So now we're gonna go ahead and cut these peaches into little slices to get ready to use them to make our filling. So cutting a peach is gonna be kind of the tricky part because of that big pit. Oh my God, it's like slimy, slippery, I can't. We're gonna then slice them up to little pieces. Honestly, these peaches look really ripe. They look delicious. So now we have our bowl of nicely sliced peaches. We're going to add the rest of the ingredients to this, and that's gonna be our filling. Pretty simple. So we're just gonna go ahead and add 1/4 cup plus 1 tablespoon of flour to this, followed by 3/4 cups of sugar. It's the beautiful thing about pie. It's so easy to make. Any fruit pie, like, you just slice up your fruit and you add sugar to it, and that's it. That's like all it takes to make a delicious pie filling. We're gonna add a little bit of lemon juice too, about 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice. Better if you use fresh lemons. Don't laugh at my lemon juice squirt sounds. Combine all that up, stir it up good. That is literally your entire pie filling. That's all it takes. We're gonna set this aside so we can roll out our pie dough. And by pie dough, I mean crust. Pie crust. So we got our pie crust. We figured out how to wrap it. We did a great job. We got it out of the fridge, ready to go. We're gonna set this aside for the top, and this piece is a little bit bigger, so we're gonna use it for the bottom. So what we're gonna do is flour our surface. Get a little flour on the rolling pin also, so it doesn't stick. And we're just gonna go ahead and roll this out flat. This is gonna be the bottom of our pie. I'm gonna try and get her rolled out as evenly as possible into a circle. Always go ahead and do this to make sure, oh, that's great. That's plenty.
You overcompensated.
Honestly, but the thing about it is it's a little thick still. Perfect world, I would have a bigger pie pan. This is dollar store bullshit, but it gets the job done. All right, so this is the bottom of our pie. We're gonna go ahead and transfer this into the pie pan. It's not that centered, but it's okay. Make sure it's all in there. All right, cool. So this is the bottom of our pie. It's like intensely overflowing on the side, but that is okay. We can trim it off in a second. I'm just gonna set that aside so we can roll out our other pie dough, which is gonna be the top. You know we're gonna decorate this real cute. We're gonna do some fancy with this. The thing about pies, you can literally do whatever the you want to it, and it's gonna look cute as shit. All right, we're just gonna let this hang out here for a second. We are going to grab our filling. Okay, so we wanna make sure you get all those juices all up in there, but we're just gonna put our pie filling directly into our crust like that. We're just gonna take some thinly sliced cold butter and just kind of dot the entirety of the surface of this. Just gonna cook into there. Extra good flavors. So I'm just gonna use the blunt end of a butter knife to kind of cut some like stripies, if you will, I guess, into this. We're gonna do a whole thing. Don't have to be even, it's okay. It's homemade, it's rustic, it's cute. They're all f***ed up as far as the size goes, but it's okay. I wanna put like a cute little like braided one in the middle. I've never done that, but I feel like it'd be adorable. Smush it and braid this. It's the thing about pie, like it's, this part of it, it doesn't matter. Like you can just, I don't know, have fun with it. I'm gonna put that one here. Oh, that's cute. So now we're gonna weave it on the other side. Should I make another braid, like here maybe? I'm gonna make another little braid. We'll get it ready. Okay, so now that that design part is done, you can just kind of trim off the edges. So I'm gonna press these in, and I'm gonna use the same end of the blunt end of the butter knife to kind of just trim off the excess. Look at her! She looks beautiful. Pie is one of those things that it feels really complicated, but it's not. The last little thing I'm gonna do, seal it all in, is just kind of crimp this with a fork, and you can do this in a lot of ways. You can use the back of the fork, you can use this, you can use your fingers and like press it together, but for this one, I'm just gonna do one of these. I don't have a fucking brush again. Forgot about that.
You still don't have a basting brush?
No, I didn't get a basting brush since the last time we saw each other, okay? Last thing we're gonna do here, just to make sure our pie gets that extra cute, extra crispy, brown, golden crust, is add a little egg. How the f am I gonna do this? I don't have a basting brush. I don't have one. I haven't had one. I need to get one. This seems illegal and I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, but we're just going to pretend this is a brush and brush some egg onto our pie. Really makes such a difference to use egg wash on a pie. It makes it like so much more golden. This is a disgrace to all bakers. This is f***ed. But this is our pie. Your pie is ready to go. Maybe you can sprinkle a little brown sugar on top. Maybe I should do that. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in the oven for about 30 minutes. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees. And in here, actually that's perfect. We have something underneath it already. You can put a pan underneath it in case it like drips and bubbles over a little bit so that it catches it and doesn't get your oven all dirty and bad. We're gonna put that in for 30 minutes. And then after that's done, we're gonna check on it, reduce the heat to 375 and cook it for another 40 minutes. So we'll see you with the pie. Okay. Everything's happening. Okay. Oh my God. Look at that. That is a pie. Here. Damn. Admittedly, there's a couple of little spots that don't look perfectly golden. I'm gonna fault that to using a paper towel as my pastry brush for my egg wash. So now that our peach pie is all done, cooked, beautiful, we're gonna leave her aside to cool, and we're gonna do some fancy shit over here for a little extra topping. Spoiler alert, we do have vanilla ice cream. That is coming. But we're gonna make some bourbon whipped cream to top this with as well. So I'm gonna start by putting some heavy whipping cream into the milk frother, because otherwise it's just gonna take me like 12 years to whip it by hand. So I'm just gonna let that whip up a little bit. An electric milk frother. This is not what it's meant for. However, it works. It works for this. So you gotta do what you can with the tools that you have. And that's just that. Add a little powdered sugar for sweetness. Once it looks thick enough in here, we can go ahead and transfer it to the bowl and continue just whipping it by hand. I'm gonna call it. Just gonna go ahead and transfer that into here now that it's a little bit thickened. We're gonna switch to finishing it by hand. Just a little labor intensive if you don't have an electric mixer. You literally just do this until it gets stiff. Determination. If you had a hand mixer, an electric mixer, this would be done in like 2 seconds. Look at that. So to step it up just a little bit, we're gonna add some bourbon, and that's gonna be bourbon whipped cream. That's a lot. No, it's not, actually. It's fine. Look at that. Hello? Wait, but you guys have to try this, please. Like, damn. I feel like I almost put a little more in, but like, ooh.
That's perfect.
It's so subtle.
You don't want it to taste like alcohol, but it has that nice like bourbon.
It's like kind of subtle,
Ooh,
but
that's so good. Yeah, try that.
damn,
I agree.
so
Any
good.
more and it would taste too much like booze, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm like, what's the best knife to cut this with? It smells buttery and amazing. Wow. Dollop of our whipped cream. We're gonna get a little scoop of ice cream right next to it. Look at that shit. Oh my God. I cannot f***ing wait to try this. I feel like I'm gonna get a little bit of everything in there. Actually, no, first I'm gonna try it without the whipped cream. No, you know what? I'm gonna get the whipped cream in there. That's amazing. Damn. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, confession, I've never made peach pie before. I don't know if I said that earlier at all, but like, that's so f***ing good.
Okay. That's
Insane.
something else.
Ah!
That's something else.
Damn.
Right?
That is wow. I can't even talk. I'm ready for bed. That's so good.
Oh my God.
Wait, come back.
yeah.
Wait.
You guys are right. The subtlety of the bourbon flavor in the whipped cream is perfect. I'm shocked at my own self. Look at what we did. That's so good. I suppose that wraps it up here. Say goodbye to this kitchen, and I'll see you in Atlanta for season 2.